Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is actually probably going to be the first video that I upload here, so welcome to my channel. I'm going to be uploading a lot of tarot related videos here, so if you have any suggestions or anything like that, let me know in the comments below. But for today's video, as you can tell from the title, I thought I would start the channel off on something that I kind of thought would be kind of fun and interesting to start with. This is going to be all about your future spouse. So whether that be the person you're going to actually marry, or if you're not into like the traditional marriage thing, then this will be your life partner. So we're just going to get traits and characteristics and just see what we can find out about this person. So yeah, like I said, I thought it would be really fun. And with that being said, I have 4 piles for you to choose from today, starting from left to right. This is going to be number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to give you a minute to choose, and then when you've done that, you can go into the description box below, and there will be timestamps there for you to just jump straight into your reading. And I'm going to let you go ahead and do that, and I'll be back in just a second to start with group number 1. Alright guys, if you haven't had a chance to make your choice, please feel free to pause the video and take just however long you need, but with that being said, I'm going to start with group number 1, so I am going to scoot these other piles out of the way real quick. Hello, welcome group number 1. Let's get into your reading and see who your future spouse is and what their traits and characteristics are. So, okay. First card is the Sun card. And then you have the Magician. The Star. You have the Ace of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, Aquarius, Aries, Gossip, Martyr, Concern, Occupation, the Park, and Rider. Okay. So first things first, group number 1, I have to point out that while I was putting your cards out, I realized a very interesting synchronicity, and so I just wanted to point it out to you just in case it kind of has any meaning to you. It could have some meaning to your person, but there are a lot of repeating ones here. So as you can see, we have the Magician, which is a 1, the Ace of Cups, which is a 1, we have the Rider, Aries, and Aquarius, which is an 11. So that's a whole lot of 1s in this reading compared to how many cards there are. So just that might be something important, okay? 1 or 11 could be an important number. This person's birthday, your birthday, or when you meet them. The Sun is also number 19, which adds up to a 10 and then reduces to a 1. So pretty big deal with the amount of cards that we have here, that many of them are 1s. Anyway, with that being said, first thing about your person is I'm noticing is the Sun card here. So this person is going to be somebody that has a lot of powerful energy. And as I'm saying that, I'm realizing that they also have 3 major arcana cards out of the 5 tarot cards that I chose. So this is somebody, like I said, hugely powerful energy. You're going to know when they walk into a room. You're just going to feel it. This person is magnetizing, okay? They are definitely confident. You can tell that they're confident, but it's not in a cocky way. It's in a really just very positive, kind of optimistic way, if that makes any sense. I'm going to pull the star card over here too. So with both of these cards, I can tell that this person has some sort of there's somebody that you notice. I don't know how else to put it. The sun and a star, they both light up the sky, right? This is the energy that your person has. They kind of just light up a room when they come in. Everyone's heads turn to see this person. Everyone notices them. And they're a very good positive energy. So people like them because they're really fun to be around. They're really positive. They make people feel happy to be in their presence. I feel like with the sun card here, this is somebody who is super playful too and just likes to have fun. But with the star, they're also somebody who, like I said, is very optimistic and like they have a lot of hopes and dreams in this lifetime that they want to accomplish. So with the magician between those two, the hopes and dreams that they want to accomplish are most likely going to happen because magician represents somebody who is a great manifester. It doesn't have to be that they know that they're doing it necessarily, like scripting or anything like that, but they're so positive, so optimistic, and they keep their eye on the prize so much that they just naturally manifest things into their life like a pro. So they're used to being successful, or when you meet them, they're going to be successful, I feel, or starting to become successful in whatever it is that they do. And also, that can also mean that if you're manifesting someone specific and this person starts to sound like them as I go on in the reading, that you're manifesting them and it's happening. So, because the star can also represent a wish being fulfilled. So this person could be like a wish come true to you. But as I'm looking at these cards, I'm picking up that with Park here, this represents the community and the public in general. When I said that this person has like a light that shines, the star and the sun can be somebody that, both of those cards can represent somebody that has kind of like a spotlight on them. And since community is here, it's giving me the vibe that your person could be someone who's kind of well known within the community. So somebody that people recognize within the community, they know their name within the community for some reason. They've got some sort of a recognition within their, whatever community this is, whether that be their city, whether that be their work, their career, like sector or whatever. They're kind of well known in some way or another. And we have the gossip card here too, which is kind of giving me that vibe. It's giving me the vibe that people might talk about them. They may come up in people's conversations, whether that be good or bad. It's just making me feel like a lot of people have their eyes on them, you know, a lot of the time. So this could have something to do with their occupation, because we have the occupation card right here. And also, as I'm saying that, I'm looking at the sun and the star, and they're kind of both on either side of the magician card. And I already described, you know, the magician in one way, but it's also giving me kind of the vibe of that this person is possibly a performer, because when I think of a magician, I also think of someone who goes up on a stage and puts on a performance, right? So since that's between those two cards, it could be that they get a lot of attention or recognition in some way because of performing or doing some sort of a performing art. So that could be what is putting them in the spotlight. And the sun is very Leo-like energy. So the sun is telling me that they enjoy this. They enjoy being the center of attention, but not in an egotistic kind of way. It's more of just like they enjoy doing what they love, whatever this is, this performance, or, you know, whatever it is that people's eyes are on them. They really truly enjoy doing it. So that is interesting, guys. Let me know if you start dating a performer, but if they're a performer, then there's somebody that is, like I said, kind of well known within the community. This does not mean that they have to be like a world famous or anything like that. It can definitely be that. So if you're like trying to manifest someone who's famous, then take this as a confirmation, because, you know, the Magician card is there, the Star card is there. It's kind of obvious. But for others of you, this person is going to be well known like in a circle. So if you are familiar with like there are certain musicians who are just popular within a certain city. Like they do a lot of venues in the same city, and they gain a lot of recognition there and a lot of fans, and a lot of people like recognize who they are wherever they go within the city. But when they go elsewhere outside of the city, they may not be as well known unless people are really into like the underground scene of whatever it is that they do. Like say this person was a musician. They might be well known in their city, and they could actually have some really crazy fans, you know? But, you know, when they go out of their city, they are not as well known. So another thing I see here is this person comes across as being kind of young. Take it as it resonates, but we do have the Page of Pentacles and the Sun card, which are two very youthful energies. The Page of Pentacles would make me feel as though they are just now starting to see the success within whatever it is that they're doing. Because, like I said, pages are new energy. And pentacles are about, of course, money and success and finances. So I think by the time you meet them, they're going to be starting to get some, you know, good financial success in whatever it is they're doing. But also with the Rider here, I see this coming out from the Park card. So again, that's making me feel like they're just breaking out of this community here and moving on into something possibly bigger, because, you know, the Star, that's some big energy. They have big goals in life. They're shooting for the stars, basically, is what that's saying. And it's in the same line as occupation. So I think they're going to be quite focused on their career, of course, when you meet them, and focused on how to get to that next level. And they're going to be coming into that period where they are actually starting to ascend within their career to high heights. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I also see that we have Aquarius here, and we have the Star, which is also representative of Aquarius. They could have some Aquarius in their chart, but it's also, Aquarius can be about humanitarianism too. So since we have the Martyr card, I'm feeling like this person might have some sort of a cause that they care about, or they may care about people in general just very genuinely, and they want to help people, because the star is also a healer kind of a card. So they might be somebody who's like into charity work, or if not, then maybe they just want to do that in the future. Like once they get some recognition or some money, maybe they want to kind of go that direction. This charity work could have to do with children, because we do have the sun here and the page. But yeah, also the person that's coming through here is somebody who seems like such an innocent, kind of carefree energy. I really like it. Somebody, like I said, very positive, but very genuine and very pure when it comes to their love that they're going to give you with the Ace of Cups. They're just a pure, kind of innocent, kind of feeling person when I feel into their energy. And I really like it, because when we talk about performers and people who are trying to make it in the entertainment industry, a lot of times they don't have this kind of light, loving, positive and carefree purity to them like this person does. I don't know how else to describe it, but I guess you'll kind of know what I'm talking about when you meet this person. Aries is here. So they can be a little bit unpredictable sometimes, or impulsive, but that kind of goes with that youthful energy that I'm getting over here. And the impulsiveness also comes with determination. They're not going to let anything get in their way when it comes to reaching their goals. However, they stay positive the entire time. They keep an optimistic outlook on everything, and that's one reason why they're such a powerful manifester, I think. But once you get this person in your life, you're going to be feeling their optimism all the time. They're going to affect your mood with their positivity, and it's going to be awesome. But also with that Aries card and the Sun card, it's just, they come across as very playful as well. So I really like that too. So let's move on to how you might meet them. So you may actually meet them at an event, is what I'm getting here. Whether they're performing at an event, or whether it's just another kind of like a performance, like another kind of event that involves a performance of some sort, because this up here is giving me the feeling that there could be a stage or somebody that is speaking, or somebody that's performing, and it might start in the daytime and end at the nighttime. So it could be a very long kind of an event that you go to, that you meet this person at, probably out in public somewhere, like where a lot of people are. And with the rider here, I do feel like it's most likely going to be kind of unexpected in the way that this person approaches you, or in the way that you actually bump into or meet this person. I don't think you're going to actually be expecting to meet them at this event. So for some of you guys, it could be through occupation that you meet them, through your career. So if you work with like talent, if you work with people who perform, this could be the way that you meet. And for others of you, with this Aquarius stuff going on here, if you have a cause that you care about, humanitarian type of cause, or if you work with charity work or anything like that, that's another way you could meet this person, is through those kind of circles. So I think this person they really do enjoy what they do, but they also I'm trying to get some possible clues as to what their hobbies could be here. And one thing that is coming through is dance. So if they might be a dancer, and that's like the performance that they do, or it could just be that that's just something extra that they like to do on the side. But singing definitely comes in here. I think this person is very talkative. So, you know, they're not going to be boring, that's for sure. So, and I really do think they like being out in public and around a lot of people. They're just that kind of person that's really social and that everyone likes, and they like everyone, and, you know, they like to just socialize and have fun and mingle with people, especially people that have the same kind of like interests as them, since we do have Aquarius here, but just in general, okay? So, all right. Lastly, before I go into our little bucket here, I'm going to try to tell you what they might look like through the cards here. So, again, they have a youthful appearance, whether they're actually young or not. They come through as somebody who could be quite young, but if they're not, then they're going to look younger than they are, and they're going to act kind of younger than they are. I'm seeing somebody that definitely stands out, not just with their energy, but also with the way that they dress and the way that they, you know, present themselves. I see a lot of colors. So I feel like they might dress with a lot of different colors that just pop. Big, kind of bright colors. And with Aquarius here twice, they're going to be very unique. There's going to be something very unique about the way that they dress or the way that they style their hair, or something that is just different than other people and kind of quirky, but in a good way. Different in a good way. I am seeing some interesting things that I do want to mention for you, just in case this is like a synchronicity for someone, but we have two ravens or crows here. So those, like a raven or a crow, could be significant, or a black bird in some way could be significant. Maybe their last name is like Crow or something like that. And then with the Sun card, I'm seeing two kids. I'm wondering if they're a twin or something, or maybe they perform with other people or another person. Yeah, so there might be something about their nose as well that kind of pops out. They may have a prominent nose for some of you, not for all of you, but that was something that I just was drawn to say. But now I'm going to go into this bucket here and see any extra clues that we have before we move into number 2. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Okay. First, we have low income. So this person might come from a low income background. They may have been born into a family that didn't have a lot of money. Maybe when you meet them, they're not making as much money, but I do see in the future them being quite successful, because the Sun and the Star and the Magician, those are 3 very powerful cards for success. So that's what I would see. We have paint. Interesting. Maybe they enjoy painting, or there's something involving paint here. We have piercings. They could have piercings. We have light brown. Their hair might be light brown, their eyes might be light brown, or maybe their skin is light brown. And then finally we have rock and roll. So maybe they perform rock and roll music, or maybe they just really like rock and roll music. Maybe their style is kind of a rock and roll type of style. But that's interesting, we got some music there. So, well, okay. Maybe this person is actually a musician. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope you were able to resonate. If you did, please leave me a like so that some other people can find this video and find my channel. And, if you have any suggestions for future videos, of course, let me know in the comments. I'm definitely open to suggestions. And if you want to see more from me in the future, then feel free to subscribe to my channel so that the next time I post, you'll be able to see it. But with that being said, I'm going to move on to group number 2. So thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again. Hello, group number 2. We're going to get into your reading and see who your future spouse might be and what their characteristics and traits are. So your first card is the Six of Wands. You have the Page of Wands, the Seven of Wands. You have the Eight of Pentacles. You have the Five of Wands. You have Capricorn, Sun, Samaritan, Damsel, Courthouse, Main Female, Tree, and Bouquet. Okay, so let's get into your reading, group number 1. So first things first, with your person, I can definitely see that there's somebody who is has been recognized in their field. So because we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, so they've been pretty successful in their career, and also people see them and look up to them as somebody who is successful in their field. So they may be recognized in some way in what it is that they do, or they're just seen as the best in whatever their field is. So this is interesting because I just got out of a reading with group number 1 that was kind of similar, so you might want to check that one out too. But this person, their career is very important to them because of the Eight of Pentacles showing up right in their middle of their spread. We have Samaritan, which is telling me that they might do something for a living that is giving help to other people. And whatever it is that they do, they're very passionate about. We have so many wands here. It's going to be a competitive industry with the Five of Wands and the Seven of Wands. And honestly, for a lot of you guys, this person is going to be someone who is into law or the justice system, or they're like a public defender or something like that, because we have Courthouse here. But we also have the Seven of Wands, which is talking about defending something or someone or yourself. So this being mixed in with all those work cards is making me feel like that's their job, is they're a defender of some sort. And it has to do with the legal system for a lot of you guys, okay? Also, the Page of Wands here, traditionally this is about somebody who is, passionate about what it is they do, and optimistic in their pursuits. But with this specific card, it's from the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. And the story behind this picture is there's a story of Edgar Allan Poe where the man that's running here, he actually poisoned someone. I think it was a woman. And the way he poisoned her was he put poison into a candle and put it into a room wall that was like not well ventilated, and she ended up dying that way. So he committed a murder. And this thing back here is an imp that is chasing him and trying to get him to confess to what he did. So since that's showing up here, it's also like kind of going into everything that I just said, which is kind of interesting. So with that being said, this is somebody who is in their nature, they are just a competitive person. They enjoy competition, healthy competition, okay? But they're used to being on top. So they're used to winning whatever competition that they're in. The Five of Wands, of course, can be competition. It can also be conflict. So again, they could be good arguers. But the Seven of Wands, too, is very similar to the Five of Wands, except they're already on the top of the hill, which means that they have this position of being on top, and there's so much competition around them. They have to defend themselves and make sure that they stay on their game in their career to make sure they stay on top, is what I'm getting from that. But yeah, just in general, they're a competitive person. They're competitive by nature. So they may play sports as well, or do some sort of a competitive activity for fun. But the sun is here, and Capricorn. This person actually, it's possible that they're going to be a little bit older than you. Take it as it resonates. But with those two energies, those are kind of an older, kind of more mature vibe for me. If they're not actually older, then they just kind of are more mature for their age, is what I'm getting with that. But the sun, again, is very similar to that Six of Wands, is just telling us that they're kind of recognized in whatever field they're in and for what they do. And, you know, they get a lot of praise for their work because they do a really good job in it. They're the best at what they do. Capricorn is just an energy of somebody who is a hard worker, very structured in the way that they do their work. So again, their career could have something to do with something that is structured, okay? So let's see. We have the Damsel card here. It says, understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. So that's giving me a couple of things. First of all, yes, this person is very independent. They don't like to rely on anyone else for what they have in their life. But it's also telling me that they're a romantic. They do enjoy romance, no matter how much they love competition or how competitive they are. That and the bouquet here are telling me that they enjoy romantic gestures. So I think that they will be very gentle and romantic with you. And then, so again, for what they would enjoy doing as like a hobby, I see the tree here. I see Seven of Wands, Five of Wands. They could enjoy something having to do with physical activity. Maybe this is somebody that goes to the gym regularly, or maybe they're just somebody that likes to do sports or some sort of a physical activity to keep fit. Because the tree is definitely telling me that they're healthy, and that their health is important to them. But it's also a card that can represent spirituality. So they could actually be open to spirituality, which is nice too. The tree can be about healing as well. So with Samaritan here, maybe they have some sort of a connection to helping others heal in some way or another. If they're not like a lawyer or involved in the justice system. But so, okay, this is interesting. I think that the way you might meet this person is that you might get into a little bit of a conflict with them at first. With the 5 of Wands energy, the 7 of Wands, and then we have Courthouse, which in the Kipper deck, that can just represent like little conflicts here and there, daily little issues that you have in life. So you guys might have like a misunderstanding or something in the beginning when you first meet, and then this person will apologize with that bouquet here and this tree and try to reach out, and that's when how your relationship is going to start. So maybe for some of you, if you do work in a similar field as to what I was describing, then they could actually be your competition at your job, and you see them as competition, but they end up surprising you and coming to you with a romantic offer, which is pretty cool. So let's get on into their physical features. So with the Sun, this is somebody that stands out, somebody that has a powerful energy. They may be a little bit intimidating, especially when the Sun is in that Capricorn energy there. They may come across as a little bit intimidating, but that's not who they are on the inside. They have this very serious energy to them in the way that they carry themselves. I think they'll have really good posture. And with Capricorn here, they may dress in a very, what's the word? Like very proper, okay? Like business attire or suits, you know. So they come across as being an important person, and some people may see them as sort of being a little bit cocky, but that's just kind of a vibe that they put out without noticing. It's not necessarily the energy that I get from them. It's just the energy that people like notice first. Like, it's the first impression that they give off. So I definitely think they will have a healthy physique. Again, like I said, they're probably pretty physically active. And with the tree here, they take their health very seriously. So I think they'll have a nice physique. And the bouquet can actually represent beauty. So they could be quite attractive, whether that be beautiful or handsome, but in a classic kind of a way is what I'm getting. I'm also being drawn to the head of a lot of these characters on these cards, so it could have something to do with there's something about their hair. The Sun card rules Leo, and Leo is all about the mane, so they might have some really nice thick hair, or they really take good care of their hair, or there's something about their hair that is very nice and thick and just healthy, I think. Yeah, well, I mean, with all of that being said, that's kind of all that I'm getting for you guys on this one. But I do have this bucket to help us see if there's anything else that's going to come through that we can put together with what we've already said. So let's get some for you, group number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you have hip hop. Interesting. Okay, so maybe they like hip hop. We have business attire. So like I said, they might wear business attire or very proper kind of a way of dressing. We have flying. So this person might travel a lot or fly when it comes to work. We have curly hair. So that might be what I was picking up about their hair. They might actually have curly hair. That would be interesting. And then we have rap music. So this person likes rap and hip hop music, apparently, for a lot of you guys. So hopefully this resonated with you. If it did, please leave a like so that other people can find my channel and other people can find this video. If you have any suggestions for future videos as well, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. And of course, if you want to see more from me in the future, feel free to just subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any future videos. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pull these cards away and start with group number 3. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the future. Hey, group number 3, let's get into your reading and see what we can find out about your future spouse. Okay, so first you have the 5 of Cups. You have the Tower. You have the 9 of Wands. Ace of Swords. The Devil. You have Fire. Air. Trickster. Detective. Despair. High Honor. Man. And Tower. All right, guys. So getting into your reading, what should we start with? Okay, so I see 25 twice here just before we start your reading. So that could be something important. We have a lot of 5s in general here. So 5 and 25 could be important numbers for you guys. But with that being said, let's get into your reading. Your person is coming through as somebody who is very hurt and has been damaged in the past. With this 5 of Cups energy and this Tower. So the Tower is telling me that they have been through some major something just fell apart in their life suddenly. Okay, and I think it has something to do with having trusted someone who did them wrong, because we have the Devil under that and we have the Trickster card here. So that is just giving me the vibe that they were in like an abusive relationship or something, or maybe they were in just like a codependent relationship, or just in some sort of a situation where somebody really took advantage of them, somebody that they trusted, okay? Because the Devil is all about unhealthy situations, control, being controlled by somebody, codependency, and things like that. So after all of this happened, it left them with the 5 of Cups energy, which is depressed and, you know, just thinking about the past and wishing that they had done things differently and just hurt and damaged, okay? That with the despair card would tell me that when you meet this person, they could be going through a depression, probably a temporary depression, because the fives are temporary energy. So I don't think they're like a chronically depressed person or anything like that. Which, I mean, there's no problem with being a chronically depressed person, but they are giving me the vibe that they went through this situation that completely changed their life and that completely threw them off and destroyed them, and they're going through some depression when you meet them. I feel like it's possible that this person was in a sort of like a controlling or an abusive relationship where they were kind of isolated from other people, and, you know, they kind of cut off contact with a lot of the people that they did have relationships with other than whoever this controlling person was, because they are also coming through as somebody who is kind of a loner, okay? Or somebody who doesn't have a lot of friends. Because the Tower in the Lenormand deck can represent isolation, okay? And then we have the Man card right next to it. So that's just giving me the vibe that they've been isolated for a while, or they haven't really made any connections with people for a while. But we also have the Nine of Wands, which is a card about having your guard up. So that would make sense in this situation. When you first meet them, they're going to have their guard up because they don't want to get hurt again. But with that being said, this person is a very intelligent person with the Ace of Swords. They're smart, they're knowledgeable, and with the air and the fire, once you do get to know them, you are going to love having conversations with them. They kind of make me feel as though they're like a sapiosexual type of person, somebody who likes to have a lot of passionate discussions within their relationships. Something they need to be stimulated mentally by the people that they're in a relationship with, and they love having conversations about things that are interesting to them and that are important to them, and sharing knowledge and sharing information. They're also the truth obviously is very important to them. So they're going to be a very honest person, and honesty from you is going to be important too. So they have gone through this whole situation, and they've become someone who, if anyone gives them any sort of a feeling like they are being dishonest to them, they have no trouble cutting that person out completely, because they don't want to deal with any of that anymore. High honor here is making me feel like they are a very honorable person, and again, very truthful, genuine person, and they expect that from you in return, and from anyone that they're in any sort of relationship with as well. They've kind of started to realize what they deserve, just at a base level, from other people and other human beings around them. So I also see with the Detective card that they really like to research things that they are interested in, and that's why they're so knowledgeable about certain things. I think they could be somebody who has like a lot of random trivial knowledge, but in a very in-depth and very interesting kind of way. So that's how you can imagine having long conversations with somebody about something so random, but that they just know so much about because they've researched about it a lot. It's possible as well that this person is going to have their eye on you for a while before you actually get to know them. And the reason I say that is because we have Detective, we have the Man card, which is kind of like staring off into the distance, but with that next to the Tower card, which again is about isolation, it just gives me the feeling like they could have been watching you for a while. Whether you Tower can represent an actual building. So maybe you work with them, or maybe you're in school with them, or maybe they just simply are in the same friend group as you and they found you online through social media. Even though I don't feel like they're that social, at the point when you meet them, they may have like a Facebook friend in common or something like that on some sort of social media platform, and that's how they found you. But that's coming through kind of strong. Yeah. So what they might do for a living, I feel like their job is going to be something that involves that does not involve a lot of interaction with other people. So I see them being kind of isolated in their workplace. They may work in a building, yes, they may work in a business, but it would be in a situation where they like have their own office and they're just doing work on the computer or something by themselves during the day. I don't see them really communicating that much with people. But like I said, they're very smart and they have very unique ideas, so that, you know, whatever it is they do for a living might have something to do with that, like how unique they have or how unique they are when it comes to thinking up new ideas and things like that. Thinking of new ways of doing things within the business, or thinking of just even inventing things, possibly. So, okay, before we get into these, I'm going to ask what they might look like using these cards that we already have. So I feel like they're going to be somebody who wears darker clothing. That's kind of obvious. They wear dark colors, maybe even a lot of black. And I don't think they really like to stand out that much. They may have like longer hair. Like if they're a man, maybe their hair is kind of longer like this, or if they're a woman, you know, maybe their hair is like down to their back or something. But I don't think they dress very flashy. For some of them, they may have a background in some sort of a military situation with the high honor here. I just had to say that because that next to the tower, that's a possibility, okay? But that would probably have been in the past. But one more thing that is interestingly coming through is that this guy, he's wearing a necklace. Maybe this person has like a special necklace that they wear a lot, or like a pendant or something that you'll notice when you meet them. But with that being said, I'm going to pull some of these and see if we can kind of tie this into whatever is on the cards here. So for group number 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have flying. Okay, so maybe they have had to fly in the past for work, or, you know, maybe they have traveled from one place to another. Maybe they grew up somewhere across country, or maybe they grew up in a different country. We have short hair. Right after I said they could have long hair. So yeah, they might have short hair as well. We have smoking. It's a possibility that this person smokes. The devil card can represent unhealthy habits. So yeah, that's a possibility for sure. We have tattoos. Maybe this person has tattoos as well. I wouldn't doubt it with the devil. And we have designer. Okay, so I'm I'm not necessarily reading this as in they have designer clothes or that they design clothes. I'm reading this as somebody that could be like a web designer, because that's the kind of vibe that this person gives me. They could definitely be like a web designer. But maybe for some of you, they do like wear designer clothes and stuff like that. Take it as it resonates. Hopefully you guys were able to resonate with this reading, or if you found it at least interesting, please leave a thumbs up so that other people can find my video or my channel. And also, if you have any requests for future videos, let me know in the comments. I'm definitely open to that. Also, if you want to see more from me in the future, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and that way, you know, whenever I do put a video up, it'll notify you. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close this reading out and go ahead and start with group number 4. So thank you for watching. Hello, group number 4. Let's go ahead and get into your reading and see what we can find out about your future spouse. So you have the Queen of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, Gemini, Moon, Beggar, Child Nature, Gift, Thoughts, Mice, and Sun. Okay, so interesting. So your person, group number 1, or I'm sorry, group number 4, is definitely somebody who is a very hard worker and career oriented, especially with this 8 of Pentacles here. The thing is that I do see them overworking and overstressing and just taking on too many responsibilities in general, especially relating to their job, but also in every area of their life, because we have the 10 of Wands representing, you know, being overwhelmed, being overstressed, and having too many responsibilities, and that's right next to the 8 of Pentacles. So this might have to do with their work. The 2 of Pentacles is here, so it's like saying that they have too much kind of on their plate at one time, and they're really trying to just keep balance in their life, or even find balance in their life. And with the Mice card, that's all about anxiety. So they are stressed to the core whenever you meet them, because they're the kind of person that takes on too much at one time. And not only is this because they're very focused on their career, but it's also, I feel, because they have a hard time saying no to people because they want to people please. The Beggar card here, let's read it. It says, confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. So to me, this is making me feel like your person may have grown up in an environment where they were not as financially well off as they would like to have been, and or maybe they've just had a past, even in like their early adulthood, where this was happening to them. And now they have told themselves they will never be there again. They want to make it and have a comfortable life. So they're working hard at their career, and they're trying to make it to the next level, or they're trying to have success within their career. But like I said, they're kind of like overdoing it. The Queen of Swords is somebody who is very independent, okay? Very straight to the point, no nonsense kind of a person. And that's the way I feel like they are when it comes to their career. They're They're just like, they will do anything to be the best at what it is they do so that they can advance. The Sun is here, so they want success, of course. They want to be recognized for their work. I'm not sure if when you meet them, if they're actually getting that though, because they're striving so hard. It's almost like they have this feeling of lack. And with the Six of Cups and the Gift, I feel like they're also a sentimental kind of person, and when it comes to like their family and their friends and things like that, if they're asked to do something, they're gonna do it, even if it's too much, even if they already have too much on their plate. They do it because, like I said, they're sentimental, and we have the Moon, which is an emotional, nurturing type of person. So that's right away what's coming through. It's just too much at one time. So I see this person for their career doing something in an office. I'm looking at the picture here. I'm definitely seeing someone in an office, maybe having to do with paperwork or something like that. But either way, with Gemini and with the Queen of Swords, it has something to do with communications. So they communicate with a lot of people every day in their job, whether that be sending lots of emails to all different people or speaking to a lot of people on the phone. They could be something like a human resources person, with that energy here with the Moon and everything. That's definitely a possibility. But like I said, it's a lot of communication. And it's a lot at like every day. There's just so much to do every day. It's just overwhelming. It's not the kind of office job that you can just sit there and, ride out the day. They're constantly busy, and they struggle to get their work done every day. And so when it comes to what they do outside of work, first of all, they stress about work. But second of all, like I said, I think they're a very sentimental kind of a person. They love their friends that they're close to, and they love their family. We also have this card, the Child Nature card, which says friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits. They may have animals that they love and that they take care of. The Six of Cups could be that a couple of things. Yes, that with the Queen of Swords could mean that they could be a single parent. So if you resonate with that, then that's a possibility. Otherwise, it's possible that this person has some sort of a connection to your past. So either you know them already and you've known them for quite some time, or they have a connection to your past in a way that is like they're from your hometown and you just didn't know it, or you went to the same school but you just never met when you were going there. But there's some sort of familiarity with this person. There's some sort of connection to your past, okay? I think this person really enjoys, like, just something is just telling me that they enjoy holidays, okay? That's just a specific thing for somebody. But they have a lot of this reminiscent kind of a personality of where they really romanticize the past. And they could be somebody who has a lot of photo albums or something, or their whole house just is decorated with photos from their childhood or from with their family and things like that. Yeah, they might do scrapbooking with this card. Yeah, for some of them could do scrapbooking. Just a very specific, strange, and weird message, I know, but I just had to say it. And as a person, they're very talkative and very chatty and communicative. They like to talk, they like to have small talk, and whenever you're with them, you're not going to be bored. There's always going to be some. They are not the kind of person who likes to be quiet, okay? And I feel like with the moon and Gemini, the way that they get emotionally fulfilled is through communication. So that's how they like to feel emotionally satisfied within their relationships. Some people like to cuddle, some people like to, go out on dates. This person just likes to have good conversations and, share their day with you and have you share your day with them and just, connect in that kind of a way. So, how will you meet them? Like I said, some of you already know them from the past. Some of you could meet them at work because that's where they are most of the time. And honestly, there's not much else coming through as to where you might meet them except like maybe at a party or something. Like a birthday party of a friend or a holiday party of a friend. That is a possibility. Or through one of your mothers with the moon card here. But let's talk about this person's physical appearance before we go ahead and get into our bucket here. So physically, I think they're going to be slim. I think they might have some, they give me the feeling that they will have long limbs. Maybe they'll be tall because of that Gemini card here. And also because of the Queen of Swords. But with the moon, they also probably have some soft features, like especially on their face. They might have very soft eyes, very soft lips, very, very voluptuous kind of lips, I guess you could say. Kind of a button nose for the moon here. And like I said, there's some sort of an air of familiarity with this person that you have, whether you've met them or not. So I would say that the way this person dresses is probably business because they're at work a lot. So business wear, maybe business casual type of wear. But yeah, let's get some cards here, or let's get some of these to see what else we can find. Something also tells me that they probably drink a lot of coffee. Just another thing that I picked up there. I know this one is kind of random, but I'm just going to tell you what's coming through. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So with this person, we have rap music. Interesting. They might like rap music. We have Gemini again. So Gemini is coming through again, May 21st to June 21st. That could be their birthday, or it could be when you meet them. It could be something specific within your relationship timing. We have football. That's kind of random, but maybe they do enjoy football. We have a laid-back style. So while I do get that this person likes to wear business type of wear when they're at work, maybe when they're at home they're more laid back, or when they just go out and it's not work, they like to have a laid back style, which would make sense because they probably want to relax when they are at home. And then we have flying here. So again, this came up in the prior two groups as well. Maybe maybe they've had to fly in the past for their work, or maybe they're from a different part of the country. Maybe they are from a different country all in general, like just completely. So with that being said, I hope this resonated with you guys. If it did, please leave me a like so that other people can find this video. If you are interested in any other subjects, let me know in the comments. And if you want to see more from me in the future, please subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any future readings. But of course, with that being said, I want to say thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye, guys.